Morning all. Alright, so tonight we have 6 games in the National Hockey League. And yes, there's some pretty big news that we have to report on, but I gotta do the preview first, and then we'll get into the relatively big news that has happened over the last couple of hours. So tonight we have one game starting at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. So it's one of those nights where it's light early and it's heavier later when it comes to how many games are on. So Vancouver and Ottawa, I will be able to watch most of that first period without having to worry about anything else on TV. Vancouver's 14-16-2. They've won all 4 games against the Senators, who are 10-20-2. 3 of those wins by Vancouver are regulation wins. So I've changed things up a little bit today. So I continue to try to just add little extra things into these videos. Bo Horvat, 12 goals, 10 assists for Vancouver. It's notable that they've only lost 1 game out of 6 they've had without Elias Pettersson. Myers, 4 goals, 10 assists for Tyler Myers. And I want to say he's having a very good season. He is. He's been very solid for them. Josh Norris, 6 goals, 10 assists. And Colin White, 8 goals and 6 assists. So, yeah, we'll see whether or not somebody on the Canucks calls for a pass from him today. Also, when scoring first, Vancouver's 13-2-2. When Ottawa scores first, they're 5-4-1. So it's vitally important for Vancouver. Less important for Ottawa, but when they don't score first, they're 5-16-1. So still, when they score first, they're more than likely to win, especially considering how they are when they're trailing first. Then at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, Philadelphia and the Rangers get their pleasantries underway. And again, these are the 2 early games, and then we have 4 of them later on. So 14-9-3 Philadelphia in against the 11-12-1 Rangers. Philadelphia's won 2 out of 3 against the Rangers, one of those being a regulation win. Farabee, 12 goals, 12 assists for Philadelphia. Amazing season for him. Voracek's had a pretty quietly good season as well. 4 goals, 17 assists. Panarin, 16 games played now for him. 6 goals, 16 assists, 22 points. Showed in the second period of their last game how good he can be. He needs to show it over more than the second period. And Mika Zibanejad, 3 goals and 8 assists. He continues to be snake bit for goals. The points have been there on and off, so we'll see whether or not he gets the goals going. Scoring first, Philadelphia is 10-4-2. The Rangers are 8-4-1. So first goal is very important across the National Hockey League. This means that more than half the time, whoever scores first, you can go, oh, they win, and you can change channels and find out after the game you were very more than likely right. So at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, we then get into the second of 3 Canadian matchups tonight with the Montreal Canadiens and the Winnipeg Jets. Of course, Winnipeg blew a chance to get closer to Toronto in the first game between these two. They're going to get another chance tonight. Montreal, those 13-8-7. They want to get on a hot streak here as they get ready for Vancouver to come into town. Winnipeg 17-9-2. Winnipeg's won 3 out of 5 now between these two, but only one of those is a regulation win, so it's been a close series. Petrie, 11 goals, 14 assists, continues his solid run for the Montreal Canadiens. And Tyler Toffoli, 17 goals and 9 assists. Again, has started scoring goals because he knows who's playing next. On the Winnipeg side, Nick Ehlers, 14 goals and 15 assists for him. Stastny, 9 goals, 8 assists for Stastny. And if they score first, these teams are very good at protecting that. Montreal's 12-3-3 when they score first. So they've only won once where they don't score first. Same as Vancouver up here. And on the Winnipeg side, they're 10-3-2 when they score first. Meaning they've won 7 times where they haven't scored first. Then at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, the other 3 games will get going. We got the Edmonton Oilers, who are 18-13, in against the 14-12-3 Calgary Flames. Edmonton's won 3 out of the 5 matchups, all in regulation. So 3 regulation wins for the Oilers, and they'll be looking to bounce back from the loss they suffered in the last game. Leon Draisaitl, 17 goals, 29 assists, has been an amazing story for Edmonton. And Ennis, good depth player, could probably use a little bit more scoring from the depth guys, but 3 goals, 6 assists. It's not bad, but again, more depth scoring from Edmonton would definitely help them out. Scoring first, they're 12-2. So, yeah, I mean, they're 12-2 when they score first. They're 6-11 when they don't. On the Calgary side, Dubé, 7 goals, 7 assists for him. And Backlund, 5 goals, 10 assists. Under the tutelage of Daryl Sutter, these are the kinds of guys who will probably flourish. And I think early on we've already seen that. They're unbeaten in 3 games with Sutter. We'll see if that continues. Scoring first, they're 10-2-2. So, first goal is very important in this matchup. 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, we also get the San Jose Sharks in against the Vegas Golden Knights. This has been a very lopsided series so far. Vegas winning all 4, 3 of those in regulation. And for San Jose, if they're going to turn things around, they'll count on guys like LeBanc, who's been relatively hot lately, 7 goals and 10 assists. And Rudolph Balcers, 2 goals, 5 assists. Had opportunities in the last game, just could not get a goal. And scoring first isn't as important for San Jose. They're 6-5-1 when they score first. On the Vegas side, Stone, 10 goals, 23 assists. He's been fantastic. Very, very much in the running, maybe a front runner for the Selke, and it'll probably be between. I think right now we've got Stone, you've got Barkov, and you've got Couturier. Could be in there. You've got Bergeron that's always going to be in there no matter what. So it's going to be an interesting fight for that trophy. Pacioretty, 14 goals, 13 assists for him, 27 points. So your star players in Vegas have been the stars so far this year, and obviously Fleury is a big part of that too. And if they score first, they haven't lost in regulation. They're 15-0-1. This is the best example of a team that when they score a goal, you could say, well, that was a good game, but it's over. What do you mean it's only 2.5 minutes in? They scored, so it's over. St. Louis. So the last game will be the first game between LA and St. Louis when it was supposed to be the second. They haven't announced the makeup date yet for the first. So at 10 o'clock Eastern, the 14-9-5 St. Louis. Why not a doubleheader? Let's start doing doubleheaders. We can baseball this straight up. We've already got the baseball schedule where you're playing back-to-back against the same team. So we'll just do doubleheaders. 11-10-6 LA, who have faded over the last little while. They have 4 wins in 6 games against St. Louis and 3 of those in regulation. So they do like playing St. Louis, but St. Louis should be getting a couple of guys back tonight, and we'll see if that helps. St. Louis, Braden Shen, 12 goals, 12 assists for him, 24 points. Solid point producer for them. Torrey Krug has started to hit his stride in St. Louis with 1 goal, 14 assists. The 1 goal is a little low, but I think he'll get there. And when they score first, they're 6-1-4. So scoring first hasn't been the home run for St. Louis that it has been for a lot of other teams. On the LA side, Kopitar, 7 goals, 25 assists, 32 points. Continues to be an amazing story for LA. And Dustin Brown does as well with 13 goals and 6 assists. And if they score first, they're very good at protecting that 8-1 when they score first. So there you go. Let me know your winners in the comment section below, your predictions. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.